Good morning, traders. I just made my watch list video for today, October 2nd, and I thought I would do an updated version of the how to use the Webull screener because I do things a little bit differently now, and I think it's a little bit more efficient, especially if you're trading pre-market or you're looking to trade the market open. Really, the way to go is first let's establish what version of Webull you have, just because this screen looks a little bit different, and they're supposed to update automatically. They always do for this computer for me, and then my laptop, for whatever reason, let's see, this is the latest version, this is the version I have. My laptop, if I click on that, it says the same thing, that it's the latest version, but it's actually like 3.18 something on my laptop, and therefore this screen looks a little bit different. I have a video that I made a few weeks ago with the older version, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to be talking about the pre-market top gainers, and the older version of Webull that is under this trends and extended hours ranking. It's the exact same thing, just looks different. So top gainers, pre-market, that's the same thing as trends, extended hours ranking. The nice thing about the new version is you can see the top 10 stocks all at once. On the old version you had to scroll down. So generally what I do is I just put all of these on the watch list. I'll just put one right now to show you how I do it. I just, within the same window, I go up here and type in the ticker symbol, hit add to watch list. I have these set up for days of the week. I have a video about how to do that. So today's Friday, so I'd put that on Friday's watch list, and then when I go over to my trade screen, it's going to be on my watch list already. So I already have my Friday watch list selected, and you see I just added loan. I did have all 10 of these up earlier when I was making my watch list, and then I was able to weed some out that weren't as tradable. So, and I could do a video on that, but that's not really what this one's about. And then that's for the pre-market, and that'll get you ready for the market open. And then during the day, I would just stick with this. I have, so there's like a screener app. It's a little bit complicated, especially if you're a newer trader. The other thing I noticed is, for whatever reason, the pre-market screener doesn't necessarily catch all of the whoops. So hey, let me hit pre-market. I'm trying to put it in the order of the top gainers. Yeah, look. So my top gainer on my pre-market screener is 5%. So you can see I'm missing some. Let's see if they're up on my other screeners. Nope. So I have some different criteria set for each of these. Just kind of checking. I do kind of cover like every price range with each of these. And you notice that I'm missing a whole lot of stocks that were on that top gainers list. So I've kind of veered away from using the kind of customized screener. It can be helpful if you're, say trying to trade a very specific price range of a stock or something, and you can build a custom screener to do that. But if you're a newer trader, I would just stick to these. These update automatically. Ideally, you'd have another laptop or screen where you can have this page up all the time, so you're not switching back and forth. And that used to be really, really slow on Webull. You would go to this screen to check the screener, go back to trade, and it would take forever for the charts to load. But one thing that's really great about Webull, every few weeks they put out an update, or sometimes every week, and they actually always do make improvements. A lot of times it's not really that noticeable that there's an issue other than something like that, and then you get an update and they fixed it. So Webull's been really good about that, I have to say. So now you can actually go back and forth on one computer if you don't have the luxury of having two, and still get back to your trade screen quick enough that you can act on something. But yeah, so this is for pre-market. Top gainers is the best thing to look at. Actually, I don't even, they didn't used to have for pre-market. Yeah, they still don't. Yeah. So pre-market, the only thing you have access to is top gainers and top losers. Yeah, none of this other stuff works for pre-market, but that's not important. It's not helpful. And then during the day, You can still look at top gainers, but you have to switch it to 1 day. Otherwise, it will just show you the stocks that gain the most up till market open. So you switch it to 1 day. This is now going to show yesterday's stuff because the market hasn't opened yet. But during the day, this is what you want to look at. Just be careful with just picking a stock just because it's a top gainer, because it may not have any volume. So you have to look into that as well. If you want to find the stocks that have volume and are also jumping up in price, which means this percent change number will be really big, you want to go to most active, volume, and now you can see, okay, here's the volume. It's very high, like during the day. And again, this is from yesterday because the market hasn't opened yet, but this will change to all the stocks that are trading today as soon as the market opens. But you're looking for volume, and you're looking for stocks that are around the 100 million mark or above, because during the day, if they're not that high, then they're not trading with much volume, and you're not really it's not really wise to get into a trade with those because you might get stuck. There might not be enough sellers there to sell out. So for example, this top gainer from yesterday, or most active stock from yesterday, and it was the top gainer, it looks like, had almost 200 million volumes of shares of volume, and a big percent change. So anyway, and again, this is no guarantee. Let's just look at that real quick just to see what actually happened with that stock yesterday, because yesterday wasn't a great day in the market. Yeah, it's on my Thursday watch list because I did have it up there yesterday, so I'll just pull that up here. So I know in the beginning I used to get fooled by that list, thinking that you know, certain things meant that they were automatically decent stocks to trade. But let's see, this is yesterday, and you can see what happened. It did most of its move in the pre-market, which this was a nice move. This would have been worth trading in the pre-market, and it was on the pre-market top gainers. But look what happened at the open. Some people, I think, got excited about it because it was on the top gainers, and they pushed the price up here, but then it just flushed right back down. And then it had one fairly decent move here that I would have played, you know, around this range, but this is essentially a fake breakout. You know, it had like a nice 20-30 cent move here, which if it stayed up there long enough, which I don't know because I wasn't watching it at this time, you might have been able to get a quick scalp in. But sometimes these things like shoot up and they shoot right back down within a second or two, and you can't even get out, you know, with hot keys. Or if you hesitate, you're stuck, and then you're selling for a small loss or a big loss, or break even. But you see how this thing was like the #1 stock on the list the other day. So you might think, oh, I'll just buy in it at open and see what happens. And, you know, I can't really go wrong because it was the #1 trading stock and it had this huge percent change overnight. But look what happened throughout the day. It just sold off and off and off. And I think that's how a lot of bag holders are created, as they get excited about a stock because it's on that top gainers list. You know, which really, it only tells you that it gained a lot overnight or in the pre-market. It doesn't tell you what it's going to do during the day. Yeah, it has a better chance of continuing a run up during the day than some other stocks, but it's not a guarantee. So anyway, that's kind of my updated how to use the Webull screener. It's quite different than my first video, so let me know what you think. Good luck out there.